Since I have been covering this story, it's only right that I continue to do so because we have some breaking news here. Check this out. U.S. reverses guidance, pausing ICE raids on farms, hotels, and restaurants. And that's according to the Washington Post. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security on Monday told staff it was reversing guidance issued last week that agents were not to conduct immigration raids at farms, hotels, and restaurants. This is big news. It's massive news, and I'm going to explain why. Now, my argument has been very consistent on this issue. If you watch me over at The Blaze, I talk about this all the time. And that, yes, especially with Trump, because I believe that he does tend to see where his base is on certain things. You aren't doing yourselves, however, any favor for any politician, Trump or not, by just blindly supporting them or excusing or justifying them doing things that run contrary to their campaign promises. This was an issue. The subject of immigration, mass deportations, all of that was a massive issue for a lot of Trump voters. And if you go to my last video where I went to that post that confirmed it from the Secretary of Agriculture, who seems to be, if you look at some of her recent statements, not even recent statements, just history, she seems to be a big supporter of these massive, like, if you believe in big farm, big ag, let's say that. She's a mass supporter of them. There's been a lot of smaller, like family-owned operations, farms that have come out against, obviously, her, didn't agree with her rhetoric. She called people grifters because they were basically grilling her and the president on this specific issue where they were going to grant exceptions or exemptions for those industries, which is where most of the illegal immigrants actually work. And that's in farms and agriculture. You have, hotels, as well as like the food supply and food industries as well. The only one that's a big one that they didn't exempt was construction. But look what happens here, okay? They switch up. I think a lot of that has to do with, look, man, y'all were vocal. I even gave y'all props if you go look at some of my previous posts, because I was talking about those replies that the Secretary of Agriculture that she was getting. I was like, dude, this shows that not all Trump supporters are just like gonna bend over and take it. No, they were voicing their concerns. Some very prominent ones were like, no, this is BS. Like, no, you signed up for mass deportations. That's what you think should happen. Now, again, you still had a lot of those that were excusing that, of course, because they felt like that they had to excuse it. So they were saying, well, the food industry may end up collapsing. People are going to go without food. So it's okay that they actually do this. And now you're seeing, no, it's actually not okay. And they don't even believe that it's okay because they're reversing their position here. Keep your foot on their necks, metaphorically speaking, or it's just an analogy, figure of speech, if you will. What I'm saying is that you don't have to go along with it. If you supported these guys for any reason, right, and they specifically campaigned on it, you're only helping yourselves out by holding them to it. You already know that, especially the authoritarian left, they're not going to listen to you anyway. You expect that they are going to, it's not even stabbing you in the back, because they pretty much advocate for policies that you disagree with. But when it comes to those with the R's next to their name that you actually support, you're not doing yourselves any favor by justifying everything that they do. So kudos to you Trump supporters out there that were very vocal. We have this war issue going on. I'll maybe do some videos on that in the future. And I think the same thing may end up happening. We'll see.